Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of Blooming Voices. As always, I'm Anita. And today I want to share a reflection from a conference I recently attended. And honestly, it left a mark on me. So, I recently attended the Female Bloom conference in Manchester. And oh my God, I still can't, stop reflecting on it. And let me tell you, it wasn't just another event where you go and take a few pictures and you're like, I was also there. From the moment I left my house, I could feel this quiet shift. It felt different. It felt intentional and it felt personal. I just don't know how to fully explain it, but it was like I was walking into something bigger than myself. This wasn't, as I said earlier, just about showing up to take them cute pictures or saying I was there some. It was it felt like I was stepping into alignment from the train ride. And yeah, of course, I enjoyed that train ride. It was very early in the morning, so it was very serene. From the train ride to arriving at the venue, I just kept thinking, God, what are you doing with me in this season? What are you saying through this experience? And when I walked into that space, surrounded by, you know, beautiful, powerful, and, purpose filled women, I knew the answer wasn't off or wasn't far off. The atmosphere, honestly, was so warm and welcoming. It wasn't, loud, but it carried weight. And there was substance in the room. From the moment I walked in, I felt seen. And then I got to my seat and I saw this soft pink box with a ribbon on it. But what caught my attention was my name, Anita. It was written in a beautiful script, elegant script, right there on the box. I just sat down and stared at it for a moment. It was just it was such a simple thing, but it meant so much to me. Do you know why? Because it wasn't just a box. It wasn't just a gift. It felt like it was a message, a quiet reminder that I was meant to be there. That this space, this seat, that very moment, it had my name on. It's literally felt like God was saying, I see you. I haven't forgotten about you. This is your moment. And it has your name on it. That little box carried more than a gift. It carried affirmation that I am not just showing up in life, but then I am walking into places that were prepared for me. So, the Bloom conference, the female Bloom conference, and as simple as that word sounds, it's powerful. The word bloom. To bloom means, to open up. When you see flowers blooming, they are beautiful. I mean, to come alive, to stretch beyond what was and, embrace what is and be. But here's what I realized: blooming isn't always beautiful at first. Blooming it isn't always beautiful at first. It's sometimes quiet, sometimes painful, sometimes hidden, but it's necessary. We all want the flower, the finished product, the applause. But rarely do we talk about the dirt, the digging, the pruning, the um the watering in, private. And at the conference, I was surrounded by women who were blooming in real, real life, real time. Some had bloomed in their careers, others in healing, others in their faith and calling. But each woman carried something deep, something refined. These weren't just women who showed up looking, pretty, wearing, pretty wigs, pretty outfit. These were women of faith, women of wisdom. Words fail me. I mean, it's describing these women of substance. And the speakers, oh my God, weren't just polished, they were real. They were real. They weren't, there to impress us. They were there to pour into us. They spoke from experience, from pain, from healing, from joy. And the most important thing is they also spoke from purpose. And I sat there listening, nodding in silence. Other times I was also smiling. All I kept thinking was, wow, this is the kind of room I need to be in more often. Because here is the thing. We become like the environment that we surround ourselves with. I guess you would all agree with me on that. If you sit in rooms filled with complaining, doubt, and fear, I'm afraid you absorb that. You become that. But if you sit in rooms where there is purpose, there is faith and growth are, spoken freely, where women encourage each other without any competition. Oh my God. Where I mean, if you sit in rooms where stories are shared, not to boast, but to bless, then there is something inside you that, wakes up. And that's how I felt. That's what this Bloom conference did for me. It woke something up in me. I felt refreshed, but also challenged. I am challenged to keep growing. I am challenged to keep becoming. I am challenged to stop playing small, and most importantly, I was reminded that self-development is not a luxury. It is a necessity. As women of faith, it's easy to get caught up in waiting for God to do it. But what if the next version is waiting on you? What if God is saying, I have given you the vision. Now do your part. I keep preaching that for God to play his role, you also have to put in the effort. So self-development doesn't mean striving in your own strength. It means that you are honoring what God has placed in you by taking it seriously. It means healing. It means learning. It means letting go of who you were so that you can step into who you are becoming. I know that letting go is hard, but we will definitely get there. And there's this quote by Maya Angelou that I really like. She said, "We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty." So that part gets me all the time because, we celebrate the results, but we rarely talk about the transformation that happens, the transformation that we go through. We don't always talk about the nights that you doubt yourself, the moments where no one claps, the sacrifices that you make in silence, the tears that, we cry behind closed doors, the prayers, the prayers that we say or whisper when no one else is watching. My dear, it comes with a lot. But those are the moments that produce the bloom, the beautiful flower. That is the real work. The version of me that I am becoming, she is not, being built overnight. I was not built overnight. I am not Anita, the Anita you know now. I wasn't built overnight. I am formed in the quiet, the the consistency is not it's always like this. And in the faith, filled yeses, I don't always get it right, but I keep showing up. Let me tell you, I doubt myself sometimes, but then I keep trusting that God is doing something even when I don't see the full picture. And maybe that's where you are right now, or you are too. Maybe you are blooming behind the scenes. Okay. Maybe you are being pruned. Let me use the gardener's terms. Maybe you are being pruned, you are stretched, and you are growing in places no one sees. And maybe you have started to wonder if it's worth it. Let me remind you, it is God doesn't waste anything. God doesn't waste anything. Not the detours, not the delays, not the seasons of confusion, not even the moment you wanted to give up. We've all reached that moment. As I said in my, if you listen to my Time Watcher poem, I ask God questions. Every single part of your story is being used for His glory, for God's glory. Every part of your story is being used for God's glory. And so if you keep showing up, if you keep tending to the garden of your life with faith and grace and patience, you will bloom. At the Bloom conference, I just didn't attend though. I arrived. I didn't just sit in a chair. I took my place. And I didn't just listen. I leaned in. And I left with more than a goodie bag or box. I left with clarity, with peace, and with a deeper understanding of the woman I am. So this is your reminder too. You don't owe anyone explanations. You don't have to, prove your progress to people. The woman you are becoming will speak for herself. And if you are in a season where growth feels like nothing is happening, feels invisible, where the soil is heavy, where it feels like nothing is happening, remember, seeds don't grow when they are seen. If you ask any gardener or farmer, they will tell you this. They grow when they are buried. So don't despise your quiet season. Honest, to be fair, don't rush your process. Don't compare your journey. I will repeat that again. Don't compare your journey. You are not late. You are not behind. My dear, you are blooming right on time. And to every woman listening, especially those women of faith, please keep nurturing what God has placed in you. Your vision, your gifts, your healing, your voice, all of it matters. And I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to be at the Female Bloom Conference. I am grateful for the organizers, I'm also grateful for the speakers, like for the women I met. I'm also grateful that I, Anita, showed up. It reminded me why I created Blooming Voices in the first place. Because we all have something to say. We all have something to, share. We have something to give. So whatever or wherever you are in your journey, whether you are just planting, as I said earlier, I'm borrowing the gardener's words, whether you're just planting, whether you are being watered, whether you are blooming in full color, keep going. You are enough. You are growing. You are becoming as well. And you are not alone. So I just want to say thank you to Female Bloom for creating a space for us to breathe. That's important to rise, to realign. And as always, this is Blooming Voices with Anita. Until next time, keep blooming. Bye.